Hello everybody, I am currently riding in the back seat of the car and I wonder if you can guess why that is. Ever since we had the car seat put into our car, it's been so convenient for me to sit at the back and to be, really helpful for Celeste if she needs anything, rather than me sitting at the front and not being able to give her something straight away. Just attention, really. And here she is, fast asleep. Something that I used to do when I would get into a car is I would just fall asleep, and before I knew it, we would be at our destination. I would have had a nap. The plan today is to post a parcel. I've been meaning to do it. Maybe you guys are aware that I got into this phase of, doing my St. Agent's business a little bit more focused on the Facebook parties, and they were going really well. It was just a, bless you, time of the month, it's alright, when it was just really busy. Lots of people were willing to have parties, and I was so happy that I could go ahead and do that, as well as prizes that they've won. So it's so much fun to be able to do it for them. It's just that by living in America and me being in Australia, we have that time difference and parcels take a little bit longer to send off. But at least I am getting it ticked off as I go. While Greg is putting fuel in the car, I thought this would be a really good opportunity to chat to you guys a little bit about what can sometimes happen after we've had a baby. I don't believe that I had a video where I talked to you about what happened after, more like what happened before, and obviously my pregnancy story. So after you're pregnant, a lot of things seem to be very new, and I guess there are points where you're not really yourself. And I thought, after my pregnancy, I kind of just felt like things would just fall into place. I would feel my normal self again. We would have a routine that, we could follow, and I'd just be able to naturally bring Celeste into it, and, it'd be really easy. Most of it was, but the very first part that I wasn't actually prepared for was the emotional side of it. And I did actually message my midwife about it, because for me, I'm mostly a positive person, as you've seen in my videos. I do my best to see the best in every situation and, ride through it and tell myself it's going to be okay. But this one thing, because I'm an emotional person, I wasn't really prepared for it, and therefore I struggled, feeling quite hopeless. And so once I had talked to my midwife about it and mentioned, this is how I feel, she said, well, look, it's okay not to feel okay, and the best thing you can do is to reach out to someone if you feel like you're alone and you don't really know how to manage it. And you guys know that I have an amazing husband. He's very supportive and we love each other very much. We talk to each other about everything, so nothing goes past him. He knows everything about what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. But I just want to let you guys know that sometimes, even though you have that type of partner or husband or spouse, the emotional part of it can't really be fixed by them. It has to be something that you work within yourself, and it might be easier to have a third person help you out. Now, I'm not saying that's what I did, because I guess I am a very self-aware type of person. So my midwife had suggested we just went over a bump, by the way. You can reach out to the prenatal wellbeing center, and there are other places that you can talk to about the new feelings of becoming a parent and why you may feel left out, which is a little bit of how I felt at the very beginning, and possibly worthless. And it's weird to say that, because I've always been a very uplifting, empowering type of person. I still am. But I guess if you're not in that frame of mind, because your body as well is going through very new things, it can be quite hard to sort of tackle it all together and really accept yourself for being who you are, and knowing that it might take a little while until you get back to being who you used to be before you were pregnant. Obviously you're not going to be the same person because now you have a baby, so things are changing. And what I mean by body changes is, okay, I'll be really honest with you, if you've had a C-section, you would understand that you get a catheter when you're in hospital, and you choose to take that out when you're ready, and that's all fine. Like, I didn't have a problem with that getting taken out. It felt weird, like it was explained, but I wasn't, you know, in pain when it was taken out. I just feel that, like, when I came home, just something as simple as going to the toilet and peeing can be really quite stressful, to say the least, because it's almost like your lower body has done so much work going through labor to have a baby. Also, I went through labor first before I had the C-section, that your body is kind of scared to wee, so it holds it back, if that makes sense. And you also feel the need to go really slow to pee. And obviously if you've been through what I've been through, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Otherwise, someone who hasn't finds this quite weird. And yeah, it is weird, but all these things were explained to me when I had midwives anyway, so I wasn't completely you know, weirded out by the whole difference in my body. And then things like when you have a C-section, also when you laugh, it hurts. When you cough, it hurts. You have a lot of discomfort in that area of your belly, and the point that you were making room for a baby, your organs were shifting in different places to make that room. And it kind of just flops around because there's no baby in there now. Now that you've had your baby, it's out. And your body is trying its best to accept the fact that, you know, the baby has been received really well, but the organs are still where they were whilst you're having the baby, so it's just going to take them a little while to get back into, you know, shifting closer together and yeah, being where they were before, I guess, if that makes sense. Preparing for another baby in the future, and then I have my clothes that I had before my pregnancy, and that's what I'm wearing now. You'll learn all of this stuff once you've had your first baby, but I just want to let you know that all this stuff, even though we consider normal not being normal, it's how you'll feel when you go through that experience. You'll understand that your body is doing something very new, and you just have to trust that it will work. It may not be entirely better, but at least you can see all the lipsticks and makeup in one section, plus the hair stuff in a little Ziploc, any odd bits and bobs in the basket, pens, highlighters, you know, in a pencil case, and it just seems a little bit more organized than it was. Baby things and Mum's bath stuff when she actually has the chance to have a bath.